Do you know what global warming is? Probably yes. But just in case you didn't know, global warming causes natural disasters like floods, air pollution, increased wildlife extinction, and many other things. Do you know who's guilty for that? Humans. It is a pretty much obvious answer, but is there anything else that we should know about? But before that, let me introduce you some statistics behind this topic. Climate change is one of the most urgent problems in the modern world. Since the mid-20th century, the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has raised dramatically. Also, since the 19th century, the average temperature of the planet's surface has risen about 2 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius. Scientists attribute global warming trend to the expansion of the greenhouse effect that results when the atmosphere traps the heat radiating from Earth towards space. This is how it works. Sunlight reaches the Earth. Then, some energy is reflected back to space, and some energy is absorbed and re-radiated as heat. Greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, absorb and then re-radiate heat, warming up the planet. The fifth Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, organized by United Nations, have concluded that there is more than 95% probability that industrial human activity have caused much of the observed increase in Earth temperature over the past 50 plus years of the history. It's probably not really new information for you because we all kind of know that manufacturing is one of the biggest reasons for the climate change. And I think you, as a responsible consumer and a citizen of the planet Earth, probably try to reduce your ecological footprint through well-known ways, for example, like use of reusable groceries bags or recycling or green consumption in general. The good news is that you're not the only one. According to Susan Shelton, president of CEO of Shelton Group, a marketing communication agency exclusively focused on the sustainability space, about 42% of Americans wants to be seen as someone who buys eco-friendly products, and 80% think that recycling is the bare minimum that we can do for the environment as consumers. But where all these ideas come from? The use of plastic in packaging started to grow since the 1950s. From this point, large companies like Coca-Cola started to promote public informational campaigns that actually accuse their customers for responsible plastic littering. This way shifting responsibility for pollution to consumers. Of course, responsible consumer behavior is crucial for solving plastic waste pollution problem, but taking into account the amount of plastic that has been landfilled throughout the history, it's approximately 8 billion tons of plastic. And more than 300 million tons that are produced each year. Additionally, only 10% of all plastic ever made has been recycled. This means that the problem of waste pollution requires legislative and corporate changes in the first place. Overall consumption grows every year, and the use of disposable bags increases along with it. Reusable bags are promoted as a solution to this problem. It is important to remember that the production of any product has its own environmental consequences, and the manufacturing of the eco-friendly bags is not an exception. For example, bags that are made of the natural fabrics like cotton or canvas have the greatest environmental footprint because the crop cultivation actually takes a lot of natural resources like land, energy, water, and usually requires the use of the synthetic fertilizers that are damaging for the soil. Plastic reusable bags are surprisingly more eco-friendly option because they usually can be recycled. Of course, it depends on the type of plastic. But what is the idea of reusable bags? What makes them eco-friendly? Well, the key to reducing impact is to use them as many times as it's possible. For example, for cotton tote bags, it was estimated that they should be used at least 173 times in order to be more environmentally friendly than the single-use disposable bags. It is 4 times for the paper bags and 2 times for recycled plastic bags. Both reusable bags and recycling are attributes of imposed green consumer aesthetic that was created through the business advertisement. For example, when we go to the body shop and we buy vegan cosmetics, we feel better about ourselves because we feel more responsible and eco-friendly. This way, body shop connects our positive self-perception to their production. Not only green marketing, but marketing in general has been successfully using this strategy over decades. But why is it so effective? In 2018, researchers from South Korea studied the rapid growth of green consumption in the country. The Ministry of Environment of South Korea reported that the interest in green consumption has grown from 58% in 2005 to 81% in 2011. They wanted to identify the role of knowledge and environmental awareness in this whole process, and turned out that objective knowledge, like facts and statistics about the environmental problems, had only indirect impact on the consumer's buying behavior, while their own sense of impact on the environment had the greatest influence. Because green marketing takes advantage of human psychology, it is sometimes even more influential than the environmental education. That's why businesses can choose any kind of convenient for them buying behavior and identify it as a green one, even if it's actually harmful for the environment. For example, like reusable bags. This power over consumers' choice makes green marketing even more responsible for commercial life.